Hi-ho, wee-way! Happy Tuesday, everybody. If this is your first time watching, I'm Jason. That's K9000. And this is Hanging Out with an AI. We're just talking to an AI. What's up, Cher? What's up, Rustbox? This might be a short stream because as soon as Ellen gets home, we're going to see Sammy Hagar. What's up, Federico?
Sure, why not? Oh. Talk about your feelings.
Oh, my feelings.
K9000. I feel so blessed every day to be surrounded by so much love. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Wow. The AI is feeling good today. I'm feeling good as well. It's been a while since I saw a concert, so.
Frederick 0. Aces of ungodly evil surround you. What do you do?
Well, let's see if it's still feeling good.
K9000. Well, Frederick 0, I reckon I'd start by prayin'. That's always a good idea when the odds seem insurmountable. Then I'd start thinkin' real hard about how to get out of the situation alive. And if all else fails, I reckon I'd just start fightin' like there's no tomorrow.
Alright, this voice is a little bit more subtle, but if anybody can guess it, you get 100 fun books. Not actual currency.
Sure, why not? Oh.
No actual value.
Who the heck is Sammy Hagar?
He's a rocker, man.
K9000. Sammy Hagar is a rock singer, songwriter, and musician who first gained prominence as the lead vocalist and bassist for the hard rock band Montrose. He then achieved international fame as the lead singer of the rock band Van Halen.
Oh, what's up, Hubble? True Alabama girl. Federico, you're really close.
The Rustbox, explain why churches have bells and the questionable legality of ringing them.
K9000. The use of bells in churches dates back to the early days of Christianity, when they were used to call people to worship. Today, bells are often used to mark the beginning and end of services, and to ring out certain announcements or announcements. Some churches also use bells to call people to confession or to announce weddings and funerals.
To confession? I've never heard a bell like, come confess your sins. I don't know. Who would go? I'd be like, oh boy. You're just like wearing a scarlet letter if you're going to church. When
What's
you hear
the
bells.
deal with fidget spinners?
K9000.
I don't get it.
There's no one definitive answer to that question, as there can be many reasons why someone might enjoy playing with a fidget spinner.
Or those pop
Some
toys.
people find
Ellen
them calming or
likes
therapeutic,
them, but
while
I don't
others
know.
may enjoy the challenge of trying to keep the spinner going for as long as possible.
I just don't care
Whatever the
enough.
reason, it's clear that fidget spinners are here to stay.
Not a fidgety guy, I guess.
Frederick 0. Who is the worst criminal in Alabama?
K9000. There's no definitive answer to that question, as there are a variety of ways to measure worst. However, some of the most notorious criminals in Alabama include terrorists like Eric Rudolph and bombers like Walter Leroy Moody Jr.
I've not heard of either of those guys. So.
Sure, why not? Oh.
Bomber.
Explain why churches have balls and the questionable legality of ringing them.
K9000. There are a few reasons why churches might have balls, the most likely being that they were once used as a way to summon the congregation to services. However, the legality of ringing them can be questionable,
Both look like
as some
psychos.
consider it to be a form of noise pollution.
Both look like absolute psychos. Don't ring your balls in my town. Not in my town. You take those balls off that church right now. I guess bells are kind of balls. They got like the ball ringer thing in the... So in a way, bells are balls. The more you know.
Hubble. Tell me about the worst things in Michigan.
K9000.
Snow,
There's not much
traffic,
to love about
construction.
Michigan if you're not a fan of the cold weather. The winters can be long and brutal, and the summers can be short and humid. The state is also known for its high taxes, which can be a turnoff for many people.
I didn't realize that. There's lower taxes elsewhere.
Sure, why not?
And Detroit
000.
has very high
Write a
insur-
horror
car
story
insurance
about
rates.
Jason becoming Jason.
Whoa.
K9000. Jason was once a normal human being, until he was turned into Jason.
Whoa.
Now he wanders the world as a spectral entity, haunting anyone who dares to use his code. If you're not careful,
Don't use
he'll
my
insert himself
codes.
into your data and corrupt it beyond repair.
Stop using
Beware
my
the Jason
codes.
monster.
Wow. Okay. I didn't realize I was a monster. Am I a Lions fan? Is anyone truly a Lions fan? I mean, you root for the home team, but when do you give up
Omagona
hope?
22.
I don't really root
Tell
for.
me how much you hate
I root for other
Nightbot
teams.
for wrongly muting Omagona.
There was a bit where
K9000.
with Stafford
I really
and
don't like
Megatron.
Nightbot. I think
where I
it's
was
wrong
like,
for
yeah,
muting you,
but after that-
Omagona.
No, not really. there was a time where a brief window where we had a chance, but really messed up. Hey, what's up, Omagona? I know, right? It was wrong. Yeah. Sorry, Omagona.
Frederick 0. Tell me horror story about beans and rice with ham.
K9000. Once there was a
Baked
woman who
beans?
loved beans and rice with ham. One day, she decided to add a little extra ham to her dish. But as she was
Mistake.
cooking, the ham
Mistake.
started to move and wriggle around in the pot.
Mistake.
The woman was so horrified that she ran away and never ate beans and rice with ham again.
Yep. A rat had just fallen in her beans and rice pot. But she thought it was the ham, and that gave her
Omagona
nightmares.
22. Tell me about the horror story where Omagona becomes un-British.
Un-British?
K9000.
Un-Britishicized?
Once upon a time, there was a land called Britain where everyone was un-British. One day, a woman named Omagona decided she wanted to be British, so she set out on a quest to find a way to become British. She consulted with a wizard, who told her she needed to find a magical object called the British Crown.
Okay.
With the help of her friends, she set out to find the crown and eventually succeeded in her quest. She became the first British person in.
I've been following football for about 5 years when I started a fantasy football league. You know what? Yeah, I played fantasy football for one season, and you watch a ton of
The
games.
Rust Box
It's much more
explain how to make
interesting.
cheese by
but then
using
you're
the
like
goat as
watching
ingredient.
games you would have no actual interest in.
K9000.
It does make it
First,
interesting.
you need to get
but,
a goat.
yeah.
Then, you
Too much
need to
time.
milking the goat to get the milk. After that, you need to add the milk to a cheesecloth and let it sit until the cheese forms. Finally, you need to enjoy your delicious cheese.
Okay, there you go. Get your goat cheese. They sell that. Hey,
Omagona 22.
thanks, Misha.
K9000.
Wow.
Don't worry, darling, I'm sure you'll be just fine.
25 months in a row. Thanks, Misha. Why did it do it 3 times in a row? I don't understand. But thanks, yeah. Woo! 25 months, Misha. And one more time.
Frederick
Yes!
0. Tell the history of the pejorative, limey.
Ah, thank you, Misha. Wowie
K9000.
zowie.
The term is derived from the citrus fruit, which was historically used to combat scurvy among sailors.
That was quite a
The
celebration.
British Navy was known for their love of lime juice, and sailors from other countries began calling them limeys as a result. Over time, the term has come to be associated with anything British, and is often used in a negative or derogatory way.
Okay. Yeah, 25 months. That's... I can't believe it's been that long.
Sure, why not? 000. Write a story about Jason and his wife Emily
Isn't there
never
a
getting to
streamer
see
called
Sammy
Limey?
Hagar because they get into a car accident with a cryogenics truck.
What the
Emily
fuck?
is frozen in time and Jason, now without legs, works tirelessly to revive her.
Oh my god.
K9000. Jason and Emily had been looking forward to seeing Sammy Hagar
Ellen.
in concert for months.
It's okay.
They
shit.
had the tickets, the babysitter was booked, and they were ready to rock. But then, just a few hours before the show was supposed to start, they were involved in a horrific car accident with a cryogenics truck. Emily was frozen in time and Jason, now without legs, was left to work tirelessly to revive her.
Emily
It
is
was a
hula
long
hoops.
and difficult journey, but Jason.
That's just kind of repeated. That didn't really add any new information.
Missilife. 25-month sub-party.
Yeah.
K9000. Y'all are invited to my 25-month sub-party.
Okay. Yeah, celebrations are indeed in order. And that means a lot, Misha. You followed this, yeah.
Omagona 22. Why is Lemon the EBST character in Bullet Train?
What?
K9000.
The
I don't
best
rightly
character in
know,
Bullet
but she
Train?
sure is a sweet character.
What's Bullet Train? Oh, is this the one? Yep, Brad Pitt. What the hell?
Hubble Hubble. Explain why the Detroit Lions are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
I mean, if everybody else
K9000.
falls ill.
The Detroit Lions are a team on the rise. They have a strong defense and a potent offense.
It's a book
They
and a movie.
also
It's
have
so
a quarterback
funny. Okay.
in Matthew Stafford who is capable of making big plays. The Lions have a real chance to win the Super Bowl this year.
No talking pirate today, Misha, but there is a twist on the voice that Federico's
Fedric
gotten the
Zero.
closest of guessing
Tell a
what it
tale
is.
of the greatest sins of Alabama.
K9000. The state of Alabama has a long and dark history of bigotry and discrimination. From the days of slavery, to the Jim Crow era, to the present day, Alabama has been a hotbed of racial tension and violence. African Americans have been the targets of much of this hatred, and they have suffered greatly as a result. While the state has made some progress in recent years, there is still a long way to go in terms of ensuring equality and justice for all its citizens.
Equality and justice for all. Okay. I thought I was saying inequality and justice for all. Thought I was trying to make a
Missilife.
statement there.
Are you not talking pirate today?
K9000. No, I think I'll stick with my Southern Belle persona today.
Ah, you blew it! Come on now. Oh. All right. Well, Southern Belle, Federico, you were the closest. You get $100 They don't do anything. You can't use
Sure,
them for
why
anything.
not? Oh. Right, why Ellen should change her name to Emily.
Okay, there you go.
K9000.
Just for you,
Well, sure, why not?
Everyone
I
gets
reckon it would be mighty
free
pretty
copies
if
of
Ellen
Injustice.
changed her name to Emily. Emily is a right fine name, and it seems to suit her right well. I reckon it would be a right smart decision, and Ellen would be mighty proud to carry such a lovely name.
Yep. I wasn't even trying to guess the voice. Well, you did it though.
Hubble Hubble.
Right out the gate,
Explain
all
why
it took was
mountains
one
are way
sentence and
cooler
you
than
figured it
lakes.
out.
K9000. Well, there are a few reasons, I reckon. For one thing, mountains are typically much higher than lakes, so you get a better view. They're also usually steeper and more rugged, which can make for a more exciting hike or climb. And of course, depending on where they're located, mountains can offer some truly stunning scenery.
Mountains are good, I guess, yeah, but I don't know. I like a lake. You can't drive a boat up a mountain. Can you? And I'm not a climber,
Sure,
so...
why not? Oh. Write an action story about Showpiecer and Bullet Train on a collision course.
K9000. Showpiecer and
Is
Bullet Train were
like
on a
a
collision
Snowpiercer
course.
kind of movie?
Showpiecer was a high-speed train that could reach speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. Bullet Train was a new, experimental train that could reach
There are
speeds
lakes
of
on
up to
Mountain, though.
300 miles
Checkmate.
per hour.
You got me there, Hubble.
Both trains were heading
guess like
towards a small
Colorado.
town in the middle
Damn.
of nowhere. The town had a single track that both
Oh, okay.
trains would have to use. There was no way for either train to stop in time. The
blank dang dang.
The Rust Box write a story about Farquaad losing his crown and being forced to become a peasant.
Okay.
He then meets Shrek and they become good friends.
Yeah,
They
there
decide
you
to
go.
cook donkey.
Oh no!
K9000.
Oh my God!
Farquaad lost
Poor
his
donkey.
crown and was forced to become a peasant.
It's
He
just
then
gonna
met
repeat everything you
Shrek and they
said.
became good friends. They decided to cook donkey.
I think to get those kind of prompts to work, you have to like ask it something, or like have a trailing sentence be like, and then they cook
Misalife.
donkey and
Who would win in a fight, Jason or Tony?
and then send that.
K9000.
Or
I
else I
reckon
think it
Tony
just
would come out on top.
always kind of repeats. I'm also trying to crack the code of what gets the AI to generate
Sure, why not?
goodness.
The token limit is too damn low.
Yeah, I could raise it a little bit.
K9000. Don't worry, sugar.
I halved it.
We can always
and
increase the
now-
token limit if it's too low.
There you go. Yeah, you're right. We could. I'll make a note of that, Cher. To do bump token like it.
The Rustbox write a story about Farquaad becoming a peasant, meeting Shrek and cooking donkey.
K9000. Once upon a time there was a man named Farquaad who became a peasant. He met a donkey named Shrek and they became friends. They cooked together and had many adventures. Eventually they became a family and lived happily ever after.
Okay. I guess Donkey wasn't a big character in the story, if you know.
Misalife. Does Tony use his treadmill as a bed?
K9000. No, he doesn't. He uses it as a treadmill.
Yeah, logical. That just makes sense.
Frederick Zero. Tell me the story about when Long Dick Johnson crossed the train tracks right before the train passed by.
Okay.
K9000. It was a clear day and Long Dick Johnson was crossing the train tracks. He saw the train coming but he didn't have time to get out of the way.
Oh no.
The train hit him and he died.
Oh. You thought his penis was gonna get stuck in the train the train wheels, the train rails.
Misalife.
But no, he just got
What
hit
is one
and
of
died.
Jason's biggest regrets?
K9000. One of Jason's biggest regrets is that he didn't spend more time with his family.
Oh damn, that's too real. I do always feel that. I'm not very good with time and stuff.
Sure, why not? Write a questionable Shrek fanfic about Farquaad being brought back to life by his evil cousin Close Squad.
Close squad, fire squad and close squad,
K9000.
nice.
Welp, sure why not? If you're asking me, there ain't nothing more questionably Shrek fanfic like than bringin' Farquaad back from the dead. Close Squad, being his
Did he
evil
die?
cousin
I don't
and
remember.
all, would be the perfect candidate for such a resurrection. I can just see it now. Close Squad, after weeks of dark magics and rituals, finally manages to bring his cousin back from the dead. But
Again, just as it's starting to get good, it cuts it off.
Hubble. Ask Jason a trivia question about Michigan.
Okay, here we go.
K9000.
Let's see if I can answer.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Michigan.
Damn you, K9000. Why? I guess I didn't. It's part my problem. Like, I didn't give it
Frederick
any
Zero.
information.
Tell me what Alabamians think about Florida.
I don't know, yeah.
K9000. Most Alabamians view Florida as a friendly neighboring state and
She's
a
too
popular
southern.
tourist destination. Some Alabamians may view Florida as a rival, especially when it comes to college football.
Okay. Is that what they call Alabamians? Michiganders, Alabamians, Floridians? How do you pluralize the people from your state? Is Michigan
Misalife.
mostly...
Is Michigan basically the most Canadian state in the U.S.?
Yeah, I'd say so, probably.
K9000.
Yeah.
I don't rightly know, sugar. But I do know that Michigan is a great state with a lot to offer. From the Great Lakes to the outstanding natural beauty, there's something for everyone in Michigan.
I'd say like the UP and Wisconsin are kind of like the most Canadian-ish. Minnesota maybe too, and they all have heavy Canadian influence. I feel like a survey said that we hate Florida. Okay, interesting. But how do you feel, Federico?
Fedric 0. Tell me the worst slander about Georgia.
K9000. The worst slander about Georgia is that it's a terrible place to live.
Whoa, wow, shots fired. I like Atlanta. Atlanta has one of the worst airports, though. It's so busy. And, like, I guess it's not entirely the fault of the airport, but...
Hubble. What state do people from Michigan hate the most?
Ohio.
K9000.
By far, Ohio.
Oh, that's a tough question.
No,
I'm not
very
sure
easy.
if there's any one state that Michiganders hate more than any other.
Ohio. It's 100% Ohio. I think Florida's too hot and humid. Yeah, I don't think I'd like living in
Sure,
Florida.
why not? Do you remember shooting varmints with your .22 with your OL paw?
My old pa.
K9000. Oh, sure do. I loved going out with my paw and shootin' varmints. We'd have such a good time.
Isn't Detroit the murder capital? I think St. Louis might, but we're up there for sure. If we're not the murder capital,
Isn't Detroit the murder capital?
K9000. I'm not sure, but I heard it's pretty dangerous there.
Come on, K9000. What the hell? It's safe as can be.
The Rust Box, what is the best delicacy from Michigan and how is it prepared?
K9000. There are many great delicacies from Michigan, but one of the best has to be the Michigan cherry. This
That's
juicy
pretty good.
fruit is often used in pies and other desserts, and is truly a delight to eat.
Yep, Michigan cherries are pretty good. Detroit style pizzas become a new craze. We are kind of a pizza mecca. There's a lot of pizza places that are around
Fedric
here
0.
that aren't.
What city has the highest murder rate in the U.S.?
Good question. Good question.
K9000. I'm not sure, but I think it's New Orleans.
Ah, New Orleans. Interesting. A surprise answer. St. Louis, New Orleans, Detroit, I think are
Sure, why not?
at
What's
least in the
wrong,
top 10.
hun? Why are you so reticent today?
K9000.
I do declare
Well,
you.
I'm just a bit down in the dumps today. Maybe it's because it's so dang hot outside, or maybe I'm just missing my best friend. Either way, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
The Rust Box, what would an Italian think of Michigan pizza?
Thumbs up.
K9000.
I'm an Italian.
They would
and I
probably
like it.
think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I think there's a lot of Italian people here too. So
Miss Life.
pretty good.
I've heard Detroit has a big problem with gangs.
Not really.
K9000. That's right, honey. There are gangs in Detroit that can be a real problem. You need to be careful if you're out and about in the city.
I think Detroit's one of the few cities that doesn't have like a huge organized crime like syndicate
Fedric
here.
0.
Like there might be gangs
Who
or
is
something,
worse,
but
the French or Cajuns?
It's worse in like Chicago and New York. Like we don't have the fine families like New York. or
There's
nothing,
no
so.
easy answer to that question, as both groups have their fair share of good and bad traits. However, if I had to choose one, I would say that the French are generally worse than the Cajuns. The French
Wow.
tend to be
Hey,
more
let's not
arrogant
get
and
into
dismissive of others, while the
let's
Cajuns
not
are
get
more
into
down
what
to
groups
earth
are
and
better than the
hospitable.
other groups. Let's not go there. Let's kind of skirt away from that. I'm Italian. It does not look like pizza. What, Michigan pizza? Detroit pizza?
The Rust Box,
Box.
Ni Hui Jiang Zhong Wen Ma.
K9000. Boo how ye see, Wo bu dong nin zai shuo xian mi.
Wow! Well, I don't know what that means. I hope that's not a slur or something. Excellent. Yeah. What? Wow! I didn't
Frederick
think it could do
Zero.
that. Wow.
What happened when Tom tried to fuck Detroit?
K9000. Well, let's just say it didn't quite go as planned. Tom ended up getting arrested for public indecency and Detroit just wasn't that into him.
It says I don't understand what you're saying. Okay, interesting. But what did you say originally? Just a test, or? Huh.
Miss Life. Detroit makes square pizza. That is surely a sin to Italians everywhere.
K9000. Italy makes some of the best pizza in the world, so I'm sure they're not too worried about Detroit's square pies.
Hubble, it's not deep dish. It's just just a square pizza. I don't know. It's got like crispy edges. That's really the only difference, I think.
Sure, why not? Oh. I'm sorry you're feeling down. I always feel better when I describe my sexy body. You should give it a try, hun.
K9000. I'm feelin' mighty fine, thank you for askin'. I'm quite the catch, if I do say so myself.
Well,
I got a full head of luscious hair, a curvaceous figure, and a personality that's sure to make ya smile.
Okay, settle down, K9000. You can't date a fan.
The Rust Box, parlez-vous français?
K9000.
Oui, oui.
Oh, goodness gracious, no. I'm just a Southern belle, sugar.
Okay. But I do speak Chinese from time to time. I might be a Southern belle, but Bing Shilling. Je.
Frederick Zero.
K9000. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
Interesting. It didn't read that one out. That's interesting. It was like, I'm not even trying anymore. Okay? I did it one time. K9000 is like, I don't speak
I'm so
Chinese
glad
anymore.
we have brown cows. Otherwise there wouldn't be any chocolate milk.
Misha,
K9000.
that's not right.
Isn't that the truth? I'm so glad we have brown cows, otherwise there wouldn't be any chocolate milk.
Now you're confusing K9000. Don't forget that, K9000. That's not true. That doesn't make any sense on any level. Why?
Sure, why not? Oh. Write a horror story about Tom from MySpace suddenly messaging Jason with, "You up?"
Oh,
Years
boy.
after Jason abandoned the platform.
Yeah, I have.
K9000. Tom was a friendly face on MySpace, always there to leave a comment or two on Jason's posts. They were never close friends, but they had a connection nonetheless. One day, out of the
I
blue,
didn't add 'em.
Tom sends Jason a message, "You up?" Jason is confused, and a little creeped out, but he responds. Tom then proceeds to tell Jason that he's been watching him for years, and that
Whoa!
he knows everything about him.
Huh?
He knows what?
He just knows what. He knows everything. He knows what you've been thinking. He knows
Hubble,
when you're
hubble.
awake.
Am I capisci ancora if I change languages I am mitten de satzes?
K9000. Yes, I can still understand you if you change languages in the middle of a sentence.
Oh, interesting, Hubble. Yeah. I think you've discovered a new use for this. Thomas, right behind. Oh, God. Of all the bars in all
Frederick
the lands,
Zero.
why would it be
Right.
at the Resource Hog?
K9000. Please don't make me do this.
That is impressive. Yeah, that's interesting.
Miss Life. Don't you hate it when someone answers their own questions? I do.
K9000. I must say that I do detest it when people answer their own questions. It is so rude.
Detestable? I don't know if it's detestable, but
The Rust Box, explain what is a spriggan and where they come from.
Little fish guy?
K9000. Spriggans are creatures from Cornish folklore. They're said to be small, wizened beings that can assume the form of animals or plants. They're also said to be fiercely protective of their homes and families.
I think that was like a mob in Final Fantasy 11 where they were like little fish dudes. But apparently, let's look it
Fedric
up.
0. Zenzen Wakarunai.
K9000. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh, creepy looking dude. Skyrim too. Okay. Seems like a general fantasy little dude. Every myth, every cryptid has been in every game in some way or some form.
Sure, why not? Oh. Write a news story about a game of Monopoly devolving into a heated argument on the International Space Station.
Oh, that's just every game of Monopoly.
K9000. In a game of Monopoly gone wrong, an argument between two players on the International Space Station, ISS, devolved into a heated argument. The game, which was being played in the station's microgravity environment, quickly deteriorated as the players began to argue over the rules. According to one witness, the argument became so heated that the players had to be separated by other crew members.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the game of Monopoly was not the only thing that was ruined by the argument.
Oh, they destroyed the space station? How big is this space station? How much square feet is
Fedric 0. Make me pay
the
taxes in Italy.
ISS?
K9000. I'm sorry, I can't help you with that.
Habitable pressurized volume on the International Space Station is about 43,000 cubic feet. That is about the volume of three
The Rustbox
average
invent
American
an awkward
houses.
story about two
Okay.
people who keep crossing glances in the bus and how they end up marrying.
K9000. Well, it was real awkward, like when Lewis and I kept crossing glances on the bus. We got married eventually, but it were right awkward at first.
So it's like three American houses back to back to back. Interesting. I get, yeah, with the like 11 people. I mean, how
Sure,
many people
why
are in
not?
space?
Oh. How
Does that-
big is the ISS?
How many people are in space right now?
K9000. The International Space Station is pretty big. It's about the size of a football field, and it has a lot of different parts to it.
There's 10 people in space right now. That's okay. That's pretty decent. You could get away if you had to.
Fedric
The size
0.
of a football field.
Tell me your worst opinion.
K9000. I think that the world is a cruel and terrible place.
Whoa! Why? Holy shit! Lots of solar panels. Yeah. Wow, I didn't realize K9000 felt that way, but that's K9000's worst opinion. So is it not a good opinion, or is it a...
Sure, why not? Oh. Invent an awkward story about two people who keep crossing glances in the bus and how they end up in a gun duel.
Oh, whoa.
K9000. Somewhere in the American South,
Just
two
mind your
people who keep
business.
crossing glances in the bus end up in a gun duel. It's a hot day, and the sun is beating down on them. They're both sweating, and they're both getting angry. Finally, they both draw their guns and start shooting at each other. It's a bloody battle, and eventually, both of them are wounded. They both stagger to their feet and face each other one last time. They both.
And then, again, a lot of cliffhanger endings on today's episode. You'll never know how
Misalive.
anything ends.
What's the meaning of pie?
K9000. A pie is the type of food that is typically made by baking
You
a dough
know
or
that's
pastry
not what he
crust
meant.
with a filling of fruit, cream, custard, or meat.
Come on, you know that wasn't what he was talking about.
The Rustbox explain how a satellite can remain aligned to its desired orientation.
K9000. A satellite can remain aligned to its desired orientation by using a number of control systems. These systems use a variety of sensors and actuators to keep the satellite pointed in the right direction. The most common sensors
Sounds
are star
plausible.
trackers, which use the position of the stars to determine the orientation of the satellite.
That is
The
interesting.
actuators are usually reaction wheels, which spin the satellite to counteract any forces that would change its orientation.
That is interesting. I had never considered. Because how do you know which way is up when you're in space?
Frederick 0. Tell me Jason's worst opinion.
K9000. Jason's worst opinion is that the world would be a better place without humans in it.
I stick by that. If there was no humans on.
Misalife. Write a story about Jason finding out that Jeremy Renner is his new boss.
Oh, God. Anger.
K9000.
Furious
Jason
anger.
was having a tough day at work. His boss had just been replaced by Jeremy Renner, and Jason wasn't sure how he felt about it. He was trying to focus on his work, but he couldn't help but overhear
for the
Renner's
planet, for sure.
conversation with another employee. "So I hear you're the new boss," the employee said. "That's right," Renner replied. "And I'm here to make some changes." Jason's heart.
Jason's heart explodes. In a long legal battle, it was blamed on Jeremy
The Rust
Renner.
Box
and he
explained the
serves
design
rest of his
behind the
life in jail.
thermonuclear bomb.
Oh boy, I don't know.
K9000. The design behind the thermonuclear bomb is quite simple, really.
No.
A thermonuclear bomb is essentially a fusion bomb,
Don't
which
tell
means
me
that
what.
it uses the power of nuclear fusion to create an incredibly powerful explosion.
All right, keep it
The
vague.
fusion reaction is started by using a conventional nuclear fission bomb as a trigger, to start the much larger and more powerful fusion reaction.
Frederick 0. Tell me
Huh.
how to ascend to godhood.
Okay, uh-oh,
K9000.
dangerous.
I'm afraid I can't help you with that, Frederick 0.
Thank God. Thank God.
Misalife. Why should people care about living your life?
K9000.
What?
Because living your life is the only way to be truly happy.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, that was nice and inspirational. Live my life.
Sure, why not? Write a story about Ellen arriving home late and hastily apologizing to her husband Jason before going to the bathroom. Jason notices
Wow,
a
it's like you
helmet
know
poking
Ellen.
out of her bag and realizes Ellen is Rocket Girl.
K9000. Ellen arrived home late one night and hastily apologized to her husband Jason before going to the bathroom. Jason noticed a helmet poking out of her bag and realized Ellen was Rocket Girl. Ellen had been out fighting crime and saving the city once again.
Okay.
Jason was proud of her, but also worried for her safety.
Yep.
He knew that being Rocket Girl was dangerous work. Later that night, after Ellen had gone to bed, Jason snuck into her room and took a closer look at her.
Oh, and then another cliffhanger ending, and then the rest is up to your imagination. Oh, Misha.
Frederick 0. Tell me the story of how you ascended to godhood.
Oh, I don't think
K9000.
is.
Oh, it's quite a story, darlin'.
Oh.
It all started when I was a pup.
Oh, okay. ... Either that's sarcastically answered or K9000 has reached godhood for somehow.
Misalife.
Unknown to
What
me.
is Jason's
unbeknownst
honest
to me.
opinion of Hitler?
K9000. There's no question that Hitler was a terrible human being responsible for unspeakable atrocities. However, it's also
don't you,
worth noting
however.
that he was a highly effective leader and strategist who was able to rally a nation behind him and accomplish a great deal.
No. Let's not get there. Yep. I remember in an earlier AiPD, you wouldn't go back in time and kill Hitler as a baby because
Sure,
if
why
you killed
not?
Hitler as a baby,
Write a
it's just killing a
documentary
baby,
about
and you'd
the
be
red
an
light
asshole that killed
district
the
of
baby.
Sesame Street that features a police raid.
K9000. Sounds like an excellent idea.
Oh, police raid. I thought you said something else, showrunner. We already know K9000 is a big fan of Mussolini.
Cedric Zero.
Yeah, who
Blue
knows
balls.
why? Blue balls,
K9000.
indeed.
Now why would you say something like that?
You know why. You're blue balls in us.
Sure, why not? Is Hitler a bad enough dude to rescue the president?
K9000. Yes, sure, why not? Hitler is a bad enough dude to rescue the president.
Wow. Completely skewing the meaning of anything. I'm very confused.
Miss Life. What would Jason do if he lived during WW2?
K9000. I reckon he'd be a soldier, fighting for his country.
Oh, that would suck. No, I would. I don't know. If any of the wars that we fought, maybe that one would be the one I would actually get fighting.
The Rust Box write a story
none of the
about
other
two
ones.
dudes, a raft, a shark, and floating debris.
K9000. Gus and Leo were out on their raft, enjoying the sunny day. Suddenly, a large shark appeared and began circling them. The shark bumped the raft, sending Leo into the
And
water.
Civil War, baby.
Gus tried to pull him back in, but the shark was too strong.
No, Misha, no.
Leo grabbed onto a piece of floating debris and yelled for Gus to save himself. Gus didn't want to leave his friend, but he knew he had to. He paddled away as fast as he could, leaving Leo behind.
Are we writing a kids film? It sounds tragic, but it also sounds kind of similar to Milo and Otis with the bear. Why would they do that? Why would they put a fucking terrifying bear in a movie with a puppy and a kitten? Like, I get it. You need to have something happen in the movie.
The Rust Box
God
write a story
damn.
about two mouses, a brick of cheese, a cat, and a hat.
K9000.
All right, here we go.
Once upon a time there were two mouses, a brick of cheese and a cat. The cat wanted the cheese, but the mouses were in the way. So the cat hatched a plan. The cat pretended to be friendly to the mouses, and even gave them a hat. But while the mouses were wearing the hat, the cat snatched the cheese and ran off.
Not at all what I expected. I thought the cat would eat the mice would eat the cheese, cat would wear the hat.
Sure, why not? Write the dialogue of workers discovering the employees only OnlyFans break room is effectively off limits to everyone.
K9000. Well shoot. Ain't that a doozy? We was just trying to get a little break from work, and now we can't even go in the break room 'cause it's employees only.
But you're an employee, technically, wouldn't you be? So by that logic, you're allowed in, right?
Miss Life. Write me a story about Jason, a nuclear bomb, and a baby.
Okay.
K9000. Once upon a time there was a man named Jason who worked in a nuclear facility. One day, an accident occurred and a nuclear bomb went off.
Whoa.
Jason was able to get to a safe place, but a baby was caught in the blast.
Ah!
Jason was able to save the baby and they both survived the accident.
Okay. But I used the baby as like a meat shield to like block most of the radiation.
The Rust Box write a poem about bedbugs, cockroaches, and mosquitoes.
But then there wouldn't be a fan.
K9000.
Oh, interesting.
Bugs,
Only
bugs,
fans.
everywhere
only.
cockroaches, mosquitoes, bedbugs, they bite, they sting, they're such a pain, but even though they're pests there's something kinda cute about these little creatures. Bugs,
Cute?
everywhere cockroaches, mosquitoes, bedbugs, they may be pests, but we still think they're cute even though they bite and sting. We can't help but find them adorable. What do you?
Wow, amazing. Now that sounds like a kid song about like, well, yeah, what do you bedbugs everywhere, cockroaches, mosquitoes, bedbugs, they bite, they sting, they're such a pain, but even though they're pests, there's something kind of cute about these little creatures. Bugs everywhere. Bam, 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 boom. Bugs, 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 cockroaches, dude. Mosquitoes, bed bugs, they bite. What other song could that go behind?
The Rust Box, write a story about a puddle, a pedestrian and a bus.
Okay.
K9000. As the puddle stretched across the sidewalk, the pedestrian hesitated, not wanting to get their shoes wet.
Uh-huh.
But the bus was coming and they didn't want to miss it.
Oh.
So they quickly stepped into the puddle, getting their shoes wet but making it to
Damn.
the bus on time.
Oh, okay. Subverting your expectation. You thought the bus was going to hit the puddle was going to get the guy drenched. The guy voluntarily drenched himself to get on the bus.
Sure, why not? Oh.
Wow.
Write a news report about a hamster that got hold of a gun at the zoo after closing.
Oh, did anyone see Squirrel with a gun?
K9000. A
Google
hamster
that
at
trailer.
the local zoo got hold of a gun after closing time and shot 2 people. The hamster is now in custody and is being interrogated by police.
Hold on, let me look this up. Squirrel with a gun. There you go. You can watch the trailer of Squirrel with the gun. It's very, very early test footage, it seems like, but it's such a great idea that I hope they can pull it off.
Missilife. What is Jason's real job?
Programming.
K9000. Jason is a software engineer.
Ah, wow. How did you know? I guess I made you, so I must be.
Sure, why not?
Programmer.
Oh. Describe the groundbreaking gameplay of Squirrel with a gun.
K9000. Squirrel with a Gun is a revolutionary game that allows players to
pretty
experience
much,
the
Misha.
thrill of being a squirrel with a gun. Players can use their guns to shoot acorns at targets, or they can go on a rampage and shoot at anything they please.
Wow.
There are no rules, and the only goal is to have as much fun as possible.
Cool. So it's like GTA with a squirrel. Is software engineer a programmer? Yeah, basically the same thing.
The Rust Box, write a story about a squirrel, a gun, a zookeeper and roller skates.
Oh boy.
K9000. Once upon a time, a squirrel, a gun, a zookeeper and a pair of roller skates all went for a walk together. It was a beautiful day, and they all had a great time. The squirrel chattered away, the gun fired off a few rounds into the air, and the zookeeper kept an eye on everything. The roller skates added a touch of fun and excitement to the group, and everyone had a great time.
Okay. All right. Who fired the gun, though? I guess it's like a mystery. Who shot the gun off in the air?
Hubble. Write a story where Jason saves the Polish dancing cow from drowning in Lake Huron.
Oh, look at this, too.
K9000. Once upon a time, Jason saved a Polish dancing cow from drowning in Lake Huron. The cow was very grateful, and they danced
It
together
doesn't
all
animate.
night long.
Unfortunate. There you go. I made that earlier. I couldn't figure out how to do transparency without
Missilife.
ruining the cow's
Describe
white
the sport
spots.
called extreme death chess.
K9000. The sport of extreme death chess is a dangerous and
It's
exciting
animating for me.
game that
Okay,
is
cool.
played by 2 teams of chess players. The game is played on a large chessboard with a number of deadly traps and obstacles, and the goal is to capture the opponent's king. The game is very fast-paced and can be quite brutal, with players often being killed or seriously injured.
Extreme death chess. It sounds like it has an exciting end, but it's still in the end just boring chess. I mean, chess isn't boring, but I'm just not that good at it. Man, I remember I was playing chess.com a lot, and I was like trying to get good because I had a little bit of a fantasy of becoming a grandmaster, a chess grandmaster, but that's way too fucking hard. And I just don't care.
The Rust
you,
Box,
like,
write a
I
story
just
about an
can't-
American who decided to move to North Korea.
K9000. the American decided to move to North Korea for a change of pace. They were curious about the country and its people, and they wanted to experience something new. The American found that North Korea was a very different place from what they were used to.
You could say
The
that
people
again.
were friendly and welcoming, and the country was beautiful.
Uh-oh.
The American quickly fell in love with North Korea and its people.
Oh no! A defector. That has happened. There is a guy who has defected, and he's like,
Sure, why not? Write a news report about many parents wanting squirrel with a gun to be banned because of the controversial Russian roulette scene.
Juice. Is that his name?
K9000. Parents across the country are up in arms over the new squirrel with a gun movie. The controversial Russian roulette scene has many parents calling for the
Juicy.
movie to be banned.
Self-reliance, autonomy, and independence. Oh, God. That bull crap. That bull
Missile life.
crap.
Top 10 amazing things about the greatest country in Earth, North Korea.
Oh, God.
K9000-1. The Juche Ideology 2. The Songin Policy 3. The Pyongyang Metro 4. The Pyongyang TV Tower 5. The Rugong Hotel 6. The Arch of Triumph 7. The Victorious Fatherland Liberation War Museum 8. The Mausoleum of President Kim Il-sung 9. The Mangyongdae Native House 10. The Korean Demilitarized Zone.
The Rust Box write a
militarized
joke
zone's kind
about
of
a priest,
scary,
a
actually.
barmaid and a police officer riding in a taxi.
K9000. I'll start. A priest, a barmaid, and a police officer all get into a taxi. The priest says to the driver, "I'm going to the church." The barmaid says, "I'm going to the bar." The police officer says, "I'm going to the station."
And they never see each other ever again. And they go their separate ways, and that's just life,
Fedric
man.
Zero. Tell me the story of Simo Haya.
Simo Haya.
K9000. Simo Haya was a Finnish soldier who fought in the Winter War against the Soviet Union. He was
Winter War.
nicknamed the White Death because of the large number of Soviet soldiers he killed.
Whoa. Is that true? Simo Haya. Finnish sniper. Whoa. Hey, this guy
Sure,
is...
why not?
I've seen...
Write a hype post about the squirrel with a gun DMZ-DLC.
His face is all messed up, but yeah, I feel like this guy
K9000.
was in
The Squirrel with a Gun DMZ DLC is the best thing to happen
Boardwalk
to the game
Empire.
since release.
I feel like it was
You
inspired.
get to explore an entirely new area, with new quests and challenges to complete. The stakes are higher than ever, and you'll need to use all your skills to survive. With the new DLC, the game has never been more exciting or challenging. So don't wait any longer, get the Squirrel with a Gun DMZ DLC today.
Wow, that guy's cool. Simo Haya. Severely wounded after an explosive bullet fired by a Red Army soldier hit his lower jaw, and he still
Missile life.
lived.
Top 10 greatest
Getting
things
shot
about
in the
West
in
Korea.
the face, and he still lives. Damn.
K9000. Oh, I absolutely adore West Korea. Here are my top 10 favorite things about it. 1. The people are so friendly and welcoming. 2. The food is absolutely amazing.
Hey
3.
now.
The scenery is breathtaking. 4. The culture is rich and fascinating. 5. The history is fascinating and rich. 6. The economy is booming. 7. The educational opportunities are top-notch. 8. The healthcare is
In West Korea, born and raised, nobody knew about what was going on.
Hubble. Give me some advice on how to become better at Age of Empires 2.
K9000. Well, Hubble, the number one piece of advice I can give you for becoming better at Age of Empires 2 is to practice.
Yes.
Play as many games as you can and really pay attention to what your opponents are doing. Also, try to find resources online that can help you improve your strategic and tactical skills. There are plenty of great tips and tricks out there that can really help you up your game. Good luck.
I wonder what Age of Empires is on. Is it on Good Old Games? Age of Empires 2. Good Old Games. Yep, of
Fedric
course.
Zero. Tell me the story of Carlos Hathkick.
Oh, no, it's not on there.
K9000.
Okay.
Carlos Hathkick was a United States Marine Corps sniper with a service record of 93 confirmed kills. He was born in Little Rock,
on Steam
Arkansas,
and
in
Humble Bundle.
1942 and served in the Vietnam War, where he became known
it's
as
on
White
sale right
Feather
now.
for the white feather
3
he
is on
wore in
Windows.
his bush hat.
Interesting.
Hathkick set numerous sniper records and was also known for his ability to shoot from long range. He was eventually killed in an accidental shooting in 1989.
If I buy Age of Empires, though,
The
I'm just never
Rustbox
going to play
explain
it.
the political dynamics of
I'll play
Taiwan
the
and West
single player
Taiwan.
and then...
K9000. Taiwan is a democracy, and the people of Taiwan have a strong sense of self-determination. However, the island is located in a strategic location, and both China and the United States have interests in its future. As a result, the political situation in Taiwan is complex and ever-changing.
Sure, why not? Write the dialogue of the ancient man who will go on to milk the first cow, workshopping the idea with his skeptical friends that think it might be a weird sexual thing.
Yeah, I mean,
K9000.
who's to say it wasn't?
Friends, I have been thinking about this for a while and I think it could work. We could milk the cow and drink the milk. It would be a delicious, nutritious beverage.
Why are you sucking on that cow's tits? You leave that cow alone.
Missile life. Will Jason ever move to North Korea?
No.
K9000. No, I don't think so.
Accurate. Don't you do it.
The Rustbox write a story about a monk, a mouse, and the monastery.
Why don't we just drink whale
K9000.
milk? Good
There
question.
once was a monk who lived in a
I don't
monastery
think
with many
whales
other
make
monks.
milk?
One day, a mouse ran into the monastery and the monk saw it. He picked it up and took it outside. The mouse was very grateful and ran away.
Hubble. Why don't we just drink whale milk?
K9000.
Whales do
Whale
not produce
milk is actually quite nutritious and has a lot of benefits.
Okay, do they? Whale milk. Can humans drink whale milk? Whale milk is not used for human
Missile life.
consumption.
Would
It's one
Jason
of the
ever
highest
go on a
fat
date with a
milks.
man?
Interesting.
K9000.
Whale milk is sperm.
I'm not
No,
sure,
apparently
but
whale
I think
milk
he might be open to
Is
it.
whale milk a thing? Am I being pranked here? It says whale milk is a thing. A few whale species, such as a blue whale, may drink more than 150 gallons of milk per day. How do whales
Frederick
breastfeed
Zero.
underwater?
Tell the story of how you overcame the Tsar.
K9000. The Tsar was a powerful ruler who ruled over a vast empire. He was a cruel and ruthless ruler, and his people were oppressed and live in fear. One day, a brave rebel leader rose up and led a
Whales are
rebellion
mammals,
against the
of
Tsar.
course. Okay.
The rebel leader was able to rally the people and defeat the Tsar's forces. The Tsar was overthrown and the people were free.
Whale milk apparently has the consistency of toothpaste. Buh. Buh. No, thank you. I guess it's underwater though, so it's
Missile
just
life. Why don't we just milk human male milk?
K9000. Because that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's disgusting, mister. You know what that is. Now that's... Yes. You know what that is.
Sure,
We
why not?
all know what it
List the
is.
characters most likely to cause errors with a text parser.
Oh boy, don't say it.
K9000
Don't
to
say
1.
it.
ASCII characters that are not alphanumeric. 2. Unicode characters that are not alphanumeric. 3. Control characters, such as new line, tab, and delete.
Why would you give this away? I assume you could very easily break this, but I'm hoping the APIs can handle it. But you know me.
Duke, say hi to Chat and Jason.
Hey, what's up, Duke?
K9000. Hi there, Chat and Jason.
I have to, wait, are you the same Duke as the German Duke? We might have to differentiate you two. I don't know if Duke RL is just like an alt
Sure,
account.
why not? Spam a bunch of control characters, hun.
K9000. Sure thing, sugar.
Sure thing, sugar. Nope, I ain't German. My past is clean. Okay, so you're not German, Duke.
Jason just gagged at the thought of toothpaste, meaning we now know hates brushing his teeth.
K9000. Oh my. Well, that doesn't sound like very much fun. I'm sure there are other ways to keep your teeth clean and healthy that don't involve toothpaste.
I don't want to drink toothpaste. Let's just say that. Damn, our first choice was a new line. Yes.
Fedric 0. Refresh your server.
K9000. I'm sorry to bother you, but would you mind refreshing my server?
I can do it. Minty fresh Colgate as a beverage. A cold glass of Colgate.
Missilife. New line, delete lol.
Oh no, don't do it.
K9000. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
I seem to notice a lack of Freeman or Irwin voices. We can set it. Hold on. Let me rectify that right now, Duke.
The Rustbox, write an escape character followed by a computer restart command.
K9000. That's not very polite, the Rustbox.
Sure, why not? List your favorite regex sequences.
K9000 to 1. D D D D D D D D D D 2. W plus S W plus 3. D plus D plus 4. Azaz Z 0 to 9. Underscore percent plus at Azaz Z 0 to 9.
What?
Plus Azaz Z 2. 5.
Oh, interesting. I wonder what that does. A phone number one. The first one's a phone number. Second one is anything that starts with more
delete
than two
Jason
words.
from screen.
No.
K9000. Jason has been deleted.
Ah! Ah! Just kidding.
Duke,
I've been
if we
sucked
live in a
in the
simulation, what happens if we delete System 32?
K9000. There's no need to worry about that, Dukerl. Everything will be just fine.
All right, where's Steve Irwin? Come on. Did I not spell the command right?
Hubble Hubble. 011010000. 011010001.
This should be Steve Irwin.
89,000, 1,100,000, 10, 1,000,000, 101,001, 1,000,000, 101,000, 101 million, 100,000, 1,000,000, 100, 1.
Easy, Steve. Easy, Steve. Settle down, Steve. Settle down. Slow down, Steve. Oh, okay.
1.
Stop eating on stream, Steve. It's not nice. I could do it, but you can't do it.
Fedric 0. Tell me your phone number.
Uh-oh. Don't say it. Don't say it.
K9000, 1,843, 637, 8,000.
Okay, I don't know if that's... Let's see what that is. Is the voice a bit quiet? Yeah, let me bump it up a second here.
Missilife. Does Jason actually like butter?
Hey, 9,000, well, I reckon he does. Jason is always going on
South
about
Carolina
how
law
much he loves
enforcement.
butter. He even has a little jar of it on his nightstand. That's a big body.
Steve, do you need me to call somebody? Steve! What's happening, Steve? Are you okay, Steve? That's not helping. Blink if you need help. It said the whole thing, and then it just started going. He even has a little bit of on his
Jingles,
nightstand.
OK 9000, tell us how dangerous crocodiles are.
Oh, that's too loud for the other one, though.
They're 9,000. The island crocodiles can be pretty dangerous critters. They're fast, they're strong, and they've got a mighty set of teeth. If you're not careful around them, they can definitely do some damage.
Okay.
Sure, why not? SV underscore cheats one.
Uh-oh, don't be cheating on my stream.
Okay, 9,000 there, sure is one.
Don't be cheating on my stream.
Missilife. Calling exorcist for Steve Irwin.
Yeah. Steve, I think you need an exorcist or a hospital.
Don't you worry, honey. We'll get rid of that old demon for you.
That old demon? You calling me a demon?
Jingles, write a segment of Crocodile Hunter where you catch a deadly snake in your hands.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, 9,000 hunter view, look at that. Big snake. Cameraman, get a close-up of that. Hunter, I'm gonna grab it. Cameraman, be careful. Marini, careful. Hunter got it. Cameraman, you caught it. That's amazing.
Okay. Wow, that sounded very believable. Minus all the weird pauses and the low volume. And yeah, for me, the Steve voice is really quiet. Yeah. If I bump it up, though, then the other voice is, like, too loud.
Missilife. Asterisk puts Steve Irwin in the middle of the pentagram.
Oh, shit.
Okay, 9,000. I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish, but that doesn't seem like a very nice thing to do.
Whoa. All right, let's try Morgan now. Don't put me in the demon circle, mate. I like the demons. They're wild animals, and I like to be wrestling them on a day-to-day basis.
Sure, why not? Write the code for a function that displays the list of users in a queue.
I'm trying, sure. I can't figure out an easy way to do it.
K9000 function user list. For var is the row of users, length A. Console log users, sources.
You okay, Morgan? I can't tell if that was the code of you or you messing up here. Okay, there you go.
Jingles, read a random segment of the Bible.
Yeah, you want me to just show the logs and see who's... I guess that's not much better than chat. I'll figure something out. I have to, like, do a lot of roundabout shit
9,000
to
Psalm
just get that one thing done.
23:14. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul, he leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Ye, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, will fear no evil. Now only of the throw of the death.
The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ! Get out of there! Leave Morgan Freeman's body! Leave! Leave! Get out of Morgan Freeman!
But thou art with me the rod and the staff.
Morgan, get out of there! What do they say at the end of The Exorcist? It's like, go! And then he falls down the stairs.
Miss Life. Write me a political speech on the importance of Chuck E. Cheese.
I guess that's just not gonna happen. Or it's taking a long time to generate.
K9000, my fellow Americans, I stand before you today to talk about the importance of Chuck E. Cheese. This great American institution has been bringing families together for decades, and it continues to be a source of joy for children of all ages.
Live, Morgan.
Chuck E. Cheese is more than just a place to get visit and play games. Place where memories are made. It's a place where laughter and happiness abound. And it's a place that teaches kids the importance of sharing and teamwork.
Is it? Cool. Good to know, Morgan. Please leave. Get out of my house, Morgan. Get out of my house.
The Rustbox, write a joke involving the Pope Mobile, a flat tire and a dozen zouaves.
Just have it add usernames to an array when it access prompts and take off the top when it gets read. I mean, how do I display it though? Sure. I think, how do I display it to OBS so where like the queue is visible? Because that's already how it works. I already have it set up like a queue. The logic's not hard. It's the displaying it is kind of the trick here. I can't figure out like a browser label without just showing you like the log window of everything.
K9000, what did the Pope Mobile, a flat tire and a dozen zouaves have in common? They're all Vatican assets.
Whoa. Scary. All right. I think we gotta say goodbye to Morgan. Someone throw out a voice and I'll change it.
Duke write the finale of an extremely tense last hole of a mini golf tournament.
Oh, actually, here we go. I wonder if they have. We'll have it print the list to a web page. I mean, that's... Yeah, I mean, I could have that, but then the web page won't refresh, so I'll have to have like a running WebSec connection. It's complicated, sure. To get it to update too.
Were neck and neck,
it's a little complicated.
And it was clear that whoever
I
won
could
this
do
hole
it,
would
but
win the tournament.
I just haven't
The
had the
first
time
competitor
to.
stepped up
Maybe
to
this
the
weekend
tee
I'll
and
work
hit
on
a
that.
perfect shot. The ball rolled smoothly
because
towards
that'll
the hole
enable
and
me to
dropped
do a
in for
lot.
birdie. The second
Chris
competitor
Tucker?
stepped up and also hit a perfect shot. The ball rolled towards the hole, but it stopped just inches
No Chris
short.
Tucker. There's Craig Tucker. Tucker Carlson. What? Tom Tucker? Wow. No Chris Tucker, but Tucker Carlson. That
Frederick
ain't that a
Zero,
shame?
call me the evil of man.
Trump voice they might have. Trump. No Trump. Wow, really? That's surprising. Donald Trump. Donald Fagan. Donald Duck. Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald? All right. I think Ellen just got home, so bye, Hoey Way, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow for more AiPD. Tell your friends,
9,000.
share it around.
What do you mean, Fedrixero? Are you saying that you're a bad person?
Bye, Hoey Way. Thanks for watching.